Namaste, and welcome to 50 Shades of Great. Come to your senses with me. I'm Kee McGraw. I'm a doctor of health theology, and as such, I am thrilled to present you with these 50 tools with which you can utilize your senses to bring yourself evermore to your own particular greatness. In this way, healthcare professionals might also be able to utilize these tools in working with your clients as well as your students. You are welcome to continuing education hours for your time spent here, and for those healthcare professionals who are interested in receiving a certificate of completion for the efforts that you're about to make, stay tuned for further details online. Consciousness root. Now we begin the path of light as we come into this sixth element of divine light. We take the first step along this path as it applies to the root chakra. In this way, I'll have you consider that each day, as we connect completely through the root to the planet Earth, we are affected on an ongoing basis by the other planets in our solar system. And this has been known from time immemorial, and in fact we have a specific kind of reminder of that in the ways in which the days of the week are named. As we contemplate the use of the term Sunday to refer to that particular day, we have an awareness now of how it is that it's named for, of course, the sun. And with it, there are particular attributes and energies that are available to us on a day that's ruled by the sun. And similarly, each day of the week has a particular planetary governance, and with it, there's a kind of an energy that is available on the earthly plane, and there's a particular signature vibration to each one of these planets, and as such, to each day. In this way, consider the name of Monday, or generally the first day of the week, the first day of the work week. And as we consider Monday, we have an awareness that the planet, so to speak, that is ruling that particular first day of the week is the moon itself. We'll call it a planet, although we know it's actually not. It's one of a companion planet for the Earth. And Tuesday, we have an awareness that Tuesday has been named for the planet Mars, and as such the energy of Mars is available on a Tuesday to get the jobs done that are necessary, that we're at work to do, to take care of business. The third day of the week of Wednesday is the day of the week that's ruled by the planet Mercury, and the planet of communication and transportation and movement. And the day of the week that we call Thursday, or otherwise known as Thor's Day, is ruled by the planet Jupiter. And the planet on Friday that's ruling the fifth day of the week, or the end of the week, the end of the work week, is the goddess Freya, or the goddess of love. And as such, this would be the day of the week that is ruled by the planet Venus. And that brings us to Saturday. And Saturday is considered to be ruled by Saturn, so we could call it Saturn Day. And in this way, now we have the awareness of the sun, the moon, Mars, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, did I say Jupiter, and Saturn, all having ongoing correlatory energies here on the Earth. And the Earth herself is where we ground and anchor, and one way that we might do that more completely to support our root is to allow the vibration of the planets to come through in a way that's visible. when we work within this sixth broad path of the third eye chakra, the path of divine light, it is the sense of sight that is ruled by divine light and ruled by the element of the sixth chakra. And as such, what is seen in light. And in the light that we see a variety of prismatic breakdowns from the infinite potential. And as such, we're aware that we see 1/50th of the potential of what is available, in that we're only able to see a small amount through this particular spectrum here on the earth. And as such, we have an awareness that the spectrum of colors that we see when the rain is coming and the sun is shining, the colors of the rainbow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, are all colors that are now going to be paired with the planets and the planetary rulership. It's really something to think about. Meaning that the planets themselves have a vibratory frequency which is able to be seen in light. Yeah. And so as we back up to our consideration of Sunday, where things are easy and make sense and are straightforward, we know that the sun is the ruler of that day, and as such, in the West, the colors that are associated with Sunday include nice, sunny, golden, yellow, bright colors. And so if on a Sunday we wanted to ground our ability to walk with the third eye open, to stay with our internal light, discerning all things, we might do so calling upon the assistance of wearing the colors yellow or golden or amber, and sometimes, depending on the phase of the moon as well, it even could be a white light or a golden light. And as such, this collection of colors are best worn on Sundays, especially on Sundays in which we wish to anchor into our root and ground the awarenesses that come to us from the third eye and our intuitive center. In this way, as we consider Monday, or the moon day, we have an awareness of colors that are vibrating with the moon's energy, and these, of course, include the silvery light of the moon, and so the shades of silvers or grays or even lavenders, and with the way that the moon and her cycles wax and wane, we might also associate the coloration of black and sometimes the color of white for the day that starts the work week generally. So on a Monday, when you're wanting to draw through the energy of your third eye so you can see clearly, intuitively, with guidance in all circumstances, then you might allow yourself to wear these colors to ground and anchor this light. Now, as we come into Tuesday, and the day of the week that's ruled and governed by the planet Mars, we have an awareness of Martian energy and its vibration being that which is supportive to masculine pursuits and action taking. And as such, the colors that are associated with the planet Mars are the colors of generally red and redder, meaning red and vibrant vermilion. In addition, the colors of black can be associated with Mars, as well as from time to time an orange-er tone of red. And in these ways, when we wish to allow our divine light to shine through the day that's Tuesday and anchor us in the energies that are available on Tuesdays, we might choose to wear these colors of reds and red oranges and deep earthy tones in this way. Now, as we consider the day of the week that's called Wednesday, we are under the influence then of the energy of Mercury. And Mercury is the great communicator and the great transporter, likes to convey its particular message through the colorations on Wednesday of light blues, of topaz, of golden topazy colors, as well that can also appear to be a pale yellow. And as such, on Wednesdays, we have the sense of utilizing the colors or even the gemstone of topaz to help to bring through our ability to communicate clearly. Blues and aquas into paler shades of yellows and goldens. This whole spectrum of potential can be used on Wednesdays, especially in accordance with the phases of the moon, to bring through your most clear communication of all that is intuitive and insightful in your awareness. Now, as we come into consideration of Thursday, we are under the influence on Thursday of the planet Jupiter. And as such, the colors of Jupiter that are big and expansive are helpful to be worn on Thursday. And those colors would include purple and turquoise and a vibrant green. And these colors of Jupiter are expansive and beneficial to be worn on the day in which our great benefactor is bringing through the vibratory energy of Thursday. Now, as we consider Friday, or Freya's Day, we come under the influence of the planet Venus, and with it, we're under the influence of the goddess of love. As such, her colors that she likes to vibrate with include pinks and roses and lovely uplifting colors that are light, that sometimes can be deeper corals or even into a rosier kind of a red. These colors worn on Friday help to anchor the sweetness of the potential of Venus and her goddess-like energy, bringing through our feminine nature, our ability to be receptive and open. And this brings us into Saturday. Saturday is the day governed by Saturn, and as such, Saturn vibrates with the colors of a deep blue, blue to indigo, and sometimes a muddied kind of blue that can look brown or even a brown gray. And so the colors on Saturday that allows us to work with the energy of Saturn, to vibrate with Saturn, to help to diminish the ill effects of looking at our limitations and our karma by being able to resonate and vibrate with the energy of Saturday, and with it wearing these colors of blues and indigos and grays and also browns help us to anchor our intuitive awareness during this time that's important on Saturday, as we are under this restrictive, constrictive, limiting energy that brings forward our attention to our karma. It is in these ways, as we contemplate the planetary rulership, and as the planetary rulership governs the days of the week, it can be tremendously increasing our awareness, just to be able to know that the days of the week are named for the planets, and as such, it does us well to contemplate further the energies of the planets and the effects that they may have on our life, and to want to work well with these energies which are affecting all of our lives, all through our lives, at all times. It can be tremendously helpful to be able to wear or bring through the colors of the day. I know for myself, as I have shifted into working with the colors of the day now for years, I find that one of the daily habitual questions that I have asked myself of what shall I wear today is a much easier question for me to answer on any given day. I know I'll be wearing the color of the day, at least in part, and from there I can allow myself to move forward into resonating with the energies of the day. It's in this way, if we consider, let's say, the difference between Tuesday, the day of Mars, and the color of red, with Friday, Freya's Day, and the colors of pink and rose and coral. On the Tuesday, when we want to have that strong Martian masculine energy and we wear red, we are able to make the very most of the energy upon us on that day. If instead on that day we wore a weaker shade, say of pink, which would be better suited to Friday, we might find that we don't have quite the potential to manifest all that the masculine action-taking energy of the day would have us. The opposite of that would be to consider on the Friday, Freya's Day, the day of opening to our feminine energy, and perhaps the general coloration of pinks and corals and light roses. If instead on that day we choose to wear red, we might find that we are less receptive and less intuitive, and instead working in such a way that is at cross purposes with the vibrational frequency of the day. So in this way, when we wear our stronger red colors, our more masculine energies on Tuesday, and our softer pinker coral energies on Friday, then we're allowing ourselves, instead of imposing our egotistical wishes on any particular day, we're instead allowing ourselves to work within the vibratory frequency that is governing the energy of any given day. I know that as I continue to work and play with the color of the day, many of my students and clients and also friends and family members have come into an awareness of the desire to at least experiment with working with the color of the day, at least periodically when you have particular issues and needs that you're up for, when you know that you are up against an important appointment or meeting and you want to be able to bring through more completely the energy that is of that day so that you can stay grounded and anchored into the day. It might be then that you choose to experiment with color of the day. But once you have a chance, you might find that it is wonderfully uplifting. You start to notice the other people who just coincidentally are also vibrating with that color. And in doing so, we start to feel a greater awareness of the aliveness of the colors on the planet and the way that we're always signaling one another with the vibratory tones that we are exuding through how it is we manifest ourselves in every way, including in the colors we select to put on our bodies when we dress. It's in this way, in different cultures through all times, there have been efforts made to work within these resonant frequencies. And for instance, here in the wonderful island home of Bali, they work with the colors of the day throughout each week. The same colors each week are alternating throughout each particular day. And as such, these are the colors that would be used on those days at the time of the high ceremonies and rituals that are carried out in the temples as well as in the home temples. And so it might be that a special cremation festival is taking place on a particular Sunday, and as such, on that Sunday, even though it is a cremation, and we might think that that should be a day best saved for wearing black, here in Bali, in fact, the cremations on Sunday in particular villages would instead work within the particular vibrational frequency of the color dominating Sunday here in Bali, which in fact is white. And the other colors of the week here in Bali shift from white into black on Mondays and orange on Tuesdays. Yellows are on Wednesday, just pretty much as they are in the Western approach to working with the planetary energy of the day. We had mentioned how in the West we utilize the topaz, and with it is coloration that can vary from yellows into blues. And as such, we consider here in Bali on Thursday, the color that's used is pink, and the color on Friday is instead the coloration, of blue, or gray, as we say, abu, the color of gray or dust, as well as the color of blue. On Saturday, here in Bali, the color is red, and as such, there are places where our colors of the day of the West and their colors of the day of the East match up and align. And also there are days of the week in which they don't. And there are particular reasons for that, as I understand here through the Balinese culture. There's also a need to honor the particular directions and particular numbers and particular gods, and as such I respect and honor their system when I'm here. I'll shift my color of the day selection to the colors that are utilized in the East when I am here in the East, and of course when I'm back in the West I do when in Rome, as the Romans do. And so I continue to work with the Roman calendar and the Roman colors of the day. I hope this is helpful for your ability to help to anchor your divine light and the ability to see clearly here into the root of your being, where you can see what it is visible that you're wearing every day to help you stay ever more in harmony with the energies that are and no longer working at cross purposes unconsciously to the energies that are upon us each and every day. And now allow yourself to rest onto your back, lying down. And you're welcome to stay as long as it's right for you, so that you might integrate the energy that's been freed up from the use of this one particular tool. And once you've concluded, allow yourself to come back up into the vertical position. Pause to notice the changes that have taken place in your body, mind, and spirit. And as you do so, join me as we offer our voices in gratitude to the path. Inhaling. Hari Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let's be with the peace that's deep within. Joy Bhagwan. And Namaste.